Chris, speak on it.
We're going to talk about a subject that a lot of people don't hit on, and that's wasted potential. And when you look at yourself and you begin to feel like it's empty, myself is empty, the only thing that I'm really used to is people getting the most out of me. I don't even know how to get the most out of myself. That's the realest place that you can be in life. A lot of people lie. A lot of people like to put on facades like everything is okay. And the one thing that I know is that being broke is stressful, but having money can be stressful too. And at every stage in life, we got to figure out how to manage, how to cope. And when you're chosen by God, it's something about being chosen by God. It feels like everything is 10 to 50 times the resistance level. It seems like when you're trying to love and be loved, it just like all hell breaks loose, right? In your family, you're not trying to be an issue, but issues always seem to find you. You're not trying to be an issue on your job, but issues always find you. In a relationship with the man or woman that you love, it's just always some stuff. And you're trying to figure out how to be okay in this lifetime. And while you're trying to figure out how to be okay, there's potential that is being wasted. And this is the thing. I find that so many times in my life personally, I have put, my energy toward things that were not really serving me. I was just trying to keep everybody happy with what it is that I was doing. And as long as y'all were happy, that'll at least calm the situation long enough for me to be all right. And at the end of the day, you figure out I'm not all right. This ain't all right. I'm starting a new year and this ain't all right. And that's where a lot of you all are. There's sometimes when you get a certain level of spiritual strength where you say, ain't nobody gonna do me like he did me before. Ain't nobody gonna do me like my family did me before. And when you begin to feel that feeling, you say, I cut this loose before I allow that to take my spirit under as it did before. This is the season that you're in. God is calling a lot of us and his chosen people to detach from some things that have kept us in bondage. Some things are called family members. Your same family members that you serve but don't serve you. God is calling you away from that. And you know the hardest journey that we have is detaching. Sometimes we have a hard journey in detaching because you don't really have confidence in the person that God created you to be. That's what I found out about myself. Yes, you believe in yourself to whatever extent you think you should. But at the end of the day, it don't matter until you got to detach from what you know. And until you got to get rid of everything that made you feel like you had an identity. Until you got to be stripped of that, you don't really know who you are, where you stand. And that's what God got a lot of you in a season of. He's stripping you away from people. Some woman out there, you stay in a relationship with a man that constantly breaks vows. He is constantly sleeping with somebody else, got a baby outside your marriage, go do X, Y, and Z, constantly embarrass you. But you stick to this man like you don't know who you are. And that's the thing. When you feel like you stick in the stuff that is no longer serving you, you got to fall on your face and ask God, why am I doing this? God, help me believe in the person you created me to be, because I know he no good for me. I know you've given me signs 10 years ago to get rid of this situation, but why can't I move? You got to be able to do that. No different from these jobs, man. These jobs got you in a situation. They want to keep your mind so busy that you cannot be productive in your own life. You be gaining weight, breaking out, all these other symptoms that's coming along, and God is just trying to send a flag your way that you don't think that this is off balance. You don't think that the same $1 million you making for a company that you can make on your own is the problem, that you don't believe in the God-given gift that's inside of you. And that's what we are. A lot of people out here be faking the funk. That's why when they start off new year, new me, and by week 2, they completely deplenish. This is why. It's the same you and it's the same demons. Unless you detach yourself from things that's really bringing you down, nothing's going to change in your life. It just grieves my heart to see so many people with the Spirit of God that's inside of them and to let that go to waste. That same potential is going to die within you. Some women think that I just got to get a husband, and by age 30, I got to have a baby, and I got to do this. And while you trying to just birth a child, God intended for you to birth a nation, and you got it all screwed up with your own wants and desires. And I think to whatever degree we've all done that, but it's time to regroup. It's time to recover. That's just like being in a gym. We cannot work the same muscles 7 days a week and expect to get the optimal level of results from those muscles. It has to have a chance to rest and recover. That's when muscles grow. After it's been shredded, let it rest, let it recover. That's when it's going to do the work it's intended to do. This is recovery mode for a lot of you. Some of you got to get off the scene and let God recover what's inside of you. To let God get that potential that's inside of you. Some woman out there, and I want to speak to your spirit. You're so broken about a man that you invested your life into. Some men, you're broken about a woman that you put through school. You did everything she asked you to do, and my God, this woman only, she completely stripped you. You don't even know how to identify with who you are now. This is the person that I'm talking to. Get rid of that stuff. Get centered. Detach. Some marriages, some friendships, some family members that we're attached to, we're not supposed to be with. The real strength comes when you got to make that departure. No, you're not really strong until you say, I can leave all of this and know that I am who I am because God said that. This is where we're at in life. If you're at a place that you're at this new year and you completely feel shredded, you completely feel like you don't know you're up from down, this is recovery mode. Take a step back. Begin to believe in yourself, because everything in life when you are chosen by God makes you want to feel like you are inadequate. You're more than. Everything, the situations, the lack of money that you may have, the lack of resources you may have, you're more than. This is just a trick of the enemy. And I've been there. I know that place. I know the tricks that the enemy plays, like you don't have a place on this earth, that nobody cares about you. Listen. When you get to the place that I don't need these situations need me, because the spirit that God placed inside of me is profitable. This is good. This is necessary to this earth. You watch the change that happens inside of you. Everything that people are used to getting out of you, wait till you see what God gets out of you in this season. Take that step back. Detach as necessary and keep ringing the bell and moving along. Love you much. Mwah.